Hello there, my brothers and sisters, and as I, Joe the Jesus Guy, once again with another episode of Spiritual Brothers. Today, we're going to be talking about the importance of developing a discerning spirit. Most of us may already have a discerning spirit, but some of us may not. Let's go right into it. Go with me to Deuteronomy 6, verse 6. And these words which I command you today shall be in your heart. Many of God's people get into trouble because they lack a discerning spirit. They walk right into Satan's traps and never even know what hit them. They may say, I can't imagine what went wrong. I can't imagine what went wrong. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. They might say, but a person with a discerning, that's what they might say. Is, what went wrong? I don't know. But a person with a discerning spirit will be quick to explain, here's the trap Satan set, and here's how I fell into it. This is so a person that doesn't have a discerning spirit, it's confused, don't know what wrong. But a person with a discerning spirit, this is one of Satan's traps. Boom. This is how I fell into it. This is exactly how I fell into it. And butters. Person without a discerning spirit's confused and don't know how it happened. But one with it knows. They're like, this is Satan's trap. This is how I fell into it. Each of us needs to develop a discerning spirit, rooted in the knowledge of right and wrong, and to teach our children how to do the same. If you have kids, you should teach your children how to have a discerning spirit. That way, they don't fall into the trap. And if they do fall into the trap, they know exactly how they fell into that trap. The time to begin teaching them discernment is not when they reach adulthood. We should teach it to them from the time they are very young. Yes, don't wait till they're older, like adults. Do it at a young age. Do it as young as possible. Moses told the Israelites they must thoroughly train their children in God's commandments. These words which I command you today shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, when you rise up. You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. That's Deuteronomy 6, verse 6 through 9. We must know right from wrong, not only in theory, but in practice. We must practice this discernment. We must know how to apply God's truth to our lives and how to live in obedience to His commandments. That's why Moses instructed us to teach our children God's commandments throughout the day, and not just a half an hour Sunday. Not just a half an hour Sunday school lesson. Not just in a Sunday school lesson. At home. We are to say plainly to them, this is right behavior, and this is wrong behavior. This is God's commandment. This is the consequences for breaking God's commandment. And education in right and wrong must occur 24 hours a day, every day, for a year. A child thoroughly trained in God's commandments, who knows right from wrong, has very little trouble discerning Satan at work. He quickly picks up signals that tell him when things are askew. His conscience remains alive and sensitive, so he avoids becoming a slow-moving target for the enemy. Your child, if you train right, this even can go for you. If you train right, if you're thoroughly trained in the commandments, you know right from wrong. You have very little trouble discerning Satan at work. And you're quickly to pick up signals that tell you when things are askew. We must know right from wrong, not only in theory, but in practice. So not only you can tell Satan is at work in your life when you have a discerning spirit, but also those who teach false prophecy, those who set a date to the rapture, those are false. They're being false prophets. They're leading people away from what God had spoken. I have a discerning spirit. I can tell exactly what my discerning spirit lets me know when someone's not speaking the truth. No one has been able to lie to me without me knowing it. Always. I always been like that. My mom, you're watching. You know, you're a witness. You could, because you know, since I was a kid, I could tell when someone was lying to me. I don't know how. I just knew. Probably because I had a discerning spirit when I didn't even know it. So, we must keep His commandments. We must live in His commandments. We got to prepare ourselves for Satan's attack. And, discerning spirit, like I said, it's not just for Satan's attack. It's also to discern what brother or sister is speaking truth and what brother and sister is not speaking truth, but they twist the Bible in their own understanding. They twist it and say, this is what God really was saying here. This is what, and they're wrong. A discerning spirit can discern right from wrong. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. I want to say, may God bless you throughout your day. I love every single one of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.